Welcome to Volleyclub Juggling. In this video I will teach you the basics of how to play Volleyclub. And to illustrate, I will use a match played at the 2022 Volleyclub Cup Free-for-All in Aachen. Let's get right into it. Every Volleyclub match starts with a club toss. A club toss has to have 4 rotations at least, and is usually done by the referee, but can be done by one of the players if all 4 players agree to it. Whichever team is faced by the knob chooses to serve or receive, or, as in this case, which side of the court, which field to start in. Players typically will choose to play either on the left or on the right side for the entirety of the game, but they are allowed to stand anywhere at any time and switch and swap however they like. Now, as the player profiles are coming up, I will quickly explain them because you will see them in all of our tournament videos. Up top you will see the names of the players. Below that their ranks in attack, defense and control. The highest rank being S, the lowest being F, and in between you will find A+, A, A-, all the way down to E-, although with players of this caliber, D and E ranks should be relatively rare. The rating is pretty simple. It's the higher the better. Solid players are roughly at around 1600, high-level players begin at 2000, and the very best in the world you should find at 2400. Now, as the match begins, you'll see every player throwing one of their 2 self-clubs in the air before receiving the game club. This is mandatory. However, you might have noticed already, as we go back and watch this again, that most advanced players choose to throw their remaining self-club as well, which is optional, before the game club has to be thrown from the hand it was received in. 1, 2, throw, 1, 2, throw, 1, 2, throw, and 1, 2, throw. Now let's go back once more. You have to throw, to sum up, your first self-club to catch the game club. Then you may or may not throw your other self-club, after which you have to throw the game club to your partner or over the net. And as you may have already noticed or guessed, every team has 3 contacts, meaning a pass, a set, and an attack. And again, 1, 2 pass, 1, 2 set, 1, 2 attack. This is just like in beach volleyball. Now, if you're familiar with beach volleyball, you may be surprised to see that the team that has lost the point has to serve now, as indicated by the white club on the scoreboard. This is because in Volleyclub, after the first serve, service alternates between teams. From that point, service alternates every 2 points, just like in tennis tiebreaks, for instance. Teams may freely choose which player serves first, but must change the serving player after every alternation of service. So now, Tillman serves twice, which means Basti and Toby receive twice. The receiving team is expected to win the point because they have the first attack, called the Sideout. This attack, let's watch it again. This attack scored because it touched down inside the field before sliding outside. If it had landed on the sideline, it would have been called in as well, just like in beach volleyball. So now we see the second serve. And again, 1, 2 pass, 1, 2 set, 1, 2 attack. Here, Younes defends the attack, giving his team a break chance, meaning a chance to score against the side out, which he takes. And after 2 serves, the service alternates again, and we are even, as the receiving team is expected to win the next 2 points. But Basti aces his serve and brings his team break up again. They are now on track to win the set. This match is decided in just 1 set. In open tournaments, matches are typically played as best of 3 set matches, and in the knockout final stage as best of 5 set matches. Teams would change sides after every set, and in a potential final set, they would change sides after every 6 points played. A set is won by the team that first scores 9 points, leading by at least 2 points. This means you must break your opponent at least once more than they break you. So now let's watch another serve. Service, 1, 2, pass, 1, 2, set. And here we can talk about player fault, as Toby dropped his self club after throwing the attack. See? He throws the attack and then he drops his self club. As long as a player releases the game club before they drop a self club or touch the net, the game continues. But after having committed such a player fault, the player cannot participate in the game for the rest of the point. If Toby had dropped before he had thrown the attack, released the game club, it would have been a fault, a team fault, and the point would have gone to Younes and Tillman. In this case, Toby scored, so he can continue for the next point. If Tillman had caught the attack and his team had mounted another attack though, Basti would have had to defend the field alone. Now, a service must be thrown from behind the end line and only after at least 2 completed self-throws. So, in case you hadn't noticed, being able to juggle clubs is kind of mandatory here. Also, a serve may be thrown from below or overhead, but it must be released from its handle and must be spun vertically to the ground, just as seen throughout the match. We can watch Toby's serve now. And you'll see it's upright, vertical to the ground. And in this case, thrown from overhead. Now here, we see player faults apply in defense as well. Basti catches the attack but drops his self club after passing the game club. If Toby had caught the club, he would have had to attack himself, as Basti was out for the point. Service, 1, 2, pass, 1, 2, set, and same situation again in offense. Tillman attacks first, then drops his self club. By the way, if we watch Tillman's attack again, you'll notice that he is using fake throws before throwing the actual attack. Let's watch it again. Fake movement and then the attack. Taking the risk to drop the self can be a way to misdirect the defense, making them run for a fake throw and opening up space for an attack resulting in a free point. The service rotates again, alternation of service, and Tillman serves. 1, 2, pass, 1, 2, set, 1, 2, attack. Notice as well how every attack is released in an upwards direction. In Volleyclub, every serve and attack must have upwards momentum, making fake throws and misdirects even more important. And again, in this case, the game club lands inside, then bounces outside, so it's called in. And the service alternates again. 7-4, Basti's serve. Service upright, 1, 2, pass, but after this pass, Younes drops, so Tillman has to attack after just 1 pass. Basti catches, but Toby misses the pass. Now, you may have noticed that Tillman threw his self and it landed in the opposite field. Watch the self go down in the opposite field. Now, if this happens, the referee should call an interference, stop the game and give the point to the team that was interfered with. In this case, however, since the attack was long and Tillman was able to remove the club before a player could be hindered by it, there was no call. Most referees will call every self going over an interference though, so try to avoid it as best as you can. Now at this point it's 7-5. Younes and Tillman really need to win this point. Basti prepares to serve. Service upright. 1, 2, pass. 1, 2, set. And attack. But Basti defends and catches himself, so Toby can pass to him. And he scores for another break, leading into set and match point on Sideout. This is why it would have been so important for Younes and Tillman to win the point. Now they have to break twice just to stay in the game. So now Younes serves against Sideout. 1-2 pass. 1-2 surprise attack on 2. Almost defended but not quite. And so it's set and match to Basti and Toby. Don't forget the club shake and to call good game at the end. And that's it. Now you know how to play Volley Club. You can find the complete rules on volleyclub.de. There are links below the video to make things easier for you. And should you have any remaining questions, please write them in the comments below and we will answer them for you. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you volley clubbing with us very soon.